So the design is good and the components are great and well made and all that is good, but how does it work? Well, let me show you how it works on the three types of carpets, flooring that I have here. We have bare floors, we have flat carpets, and this is a rather plush area rack. But we do have a turbo brush. Again, remember, the turbo brush we love because it's very lightweight. It is a carpet tool, so it is going to clean the carpets properly, but where it's limited in application because it's not motorized, it's the fact that with too much pet hair, large amounts, and thick carpets, this may struggle. Because this is a suction-driven head, what does that mean? It's the suction of the vacuum that turns these turbines in here, let me show you, that then in turn turn the brush on. Turbines, turbo brush, right? But here's the thing. That means the higher the suction on that motor, the faster this is going to spin. And the lower the suction, the slower. So as a matter of fact, let me just show you. This is the highest. On its lowest, I can't even, don't do this at home, but I could stop it, okay? So that's what I mean. This allows also for a lot of control over how much suction you're getting or creating, or how much agitation you're creating on the carpets based on how much suction you have. And there's three different ways you could control all of this suction and power, and therefore the RPM, the rotation of this brush roll. One is obviously the suction control on this. Remember, this is a very powerful 1200 watt motor, so you have the suction settings on the machine. You have a bleed valve here which allows air out. Now once you open that, air comes out, and so this will spin slower. Not only that, on the turbo brush itself you have an adjustment, and it shows faster or slower. Depending on your carpets, you have a lot of control as how to adjust this head to work perfectly depending on your situation. Now in this particular case, I'm just going to keep it the way it is. Another thing you want to keep in mind is that you don't always need to be on the highest suction setting when you're cleaning your carpets. As a matter of fact, the suction setting dedicated for carpets here on this vacuum is the second or the third suction setting. So we're going to keep it on the third suction. There we go. I'm having a bit of a hard time pushing this back and forth, so I open the valve here, allow some air out, and there we go. I'm still getting really nice lines on this carpet. It's a plush carpet, but that's pretty much as thick as I want to go for that head. This should be a piece of cake on the flat carpet. Obviously, this is meant for that. So let me tell you, for instance, I personally have Berber carpets. Now Berber is a closed loop carpet. I use a turbo brush all day, no problems, okay? And we like that because the fact that it's lightweight. Now, can you use this? Maybe we were too lazy to change floor heads. Can you use your turbo brush on bare floors? Yes. Ideally, we don't want a brush roll spinning on a bare floor just because we don't want it to disperse dirt, but this is powerful enough that it should work, and it does. Let me show you. I'm sorry, none of this is a surprise. Again, this is a successor to the C3. We've had so much fun with the C3s, and this is just as good and actually better. The other floor head you get is the combo tool. Now, a couple of lessons as to how you use the combo tool on your carpets. Again, the combo tool doesn't have any moving parts. It's really meant for bare floors and flat, like low pile carpets. I am going to give it its chance to work on the plush carpet as well. I don't expect it to do much, at least not deep clean that carpet, but it will pick up the dirt. The trick is this. The combo tools have two settings. When pushed forwards, bristles are retracted, flat surface, that's when you use it on a soft floor, like a carpet. Push it backwards, bristles come out, that's when you use it on bare floors. If you are using this on the right setting, which is pushed forwards, on carpets, and you still feel, again, especially with thick carpets, it's hard to push back and forth, this is a very powerful machine. It can seal this against the carpet, reduce the suction, okay? You'll still get the job done. As a matter of fact, for me to prove my point, this again is a plush carpet. It's got some pile to it, okay? And this always sticks onto the carpet if I want to vacuum. So I'm going to use the lowest suction from the machine to get that dirt. Here we go. That's your lowest suction setting. I'm not sure if you can see it there. This is, by the way, it's wonderfully quiet, the M1. And you would see that, yeah, we got the dirt out. Yeah, it's easy, right? Same lowest suction setting I can use on, and I know we're gonna get the job done, no problem. If I increase the suction, just to show you, and again, all of this is foot operated, so I don't have to bend and use my hands and with my back. If I use the highest suction, you will see that I'm moving this carpet, right? That's why we don't use too much suction on carpets and rugs. On a hard floor, correct setting there. Very easy. Of course it is easy. Now all of these heads, whether this one or that one, they both have what we call a swivel neck. That means they are very nice and easy under things. They lay flat, they go under your furniture. All you need is a couple of inches of clearance. You can get really, really tight spots, no problems.